camera locked up? Wow, it's very delayed. I have to say it's now, what, 4 seconds? Three, 4. Ooh, about 5 seconds slow. Right. Okay, good. It says Grim Dawn and all that. Nice. Oh, I need to update my stream schedule. Oh. What do we have here? Oh, that font could stand to be slightly lighter than the area behind it. Check my levels. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, seems to be working just fine. Okay. Or not sorcerer, soldier. Streaming at 5 is going to be okay. Long story short, I'm on medicine. I wake up feeling like crap and blah 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 yada yada yakety smackety. I've also been changing my hours, but streaming around 5 seems like a good idea. I think it's 5 PST. I think that's my time zone, and it doesn't matter what time of day that's happening if you can actually hear it. Really need to get back into Darkest Dungeon. I have just been in space. Some health problems and other stupidisms. Hopefully everyone's had a great Mother's Day, by the way. My stuff is enhanced. I'll have that there. It's of vital importance. Why did you get rid of it? What do we got here? Yeah, some other stuff. Might be able to play with those. It said hallowed. I was like, oh, why is it Fang hallowed? I know. I'm just being really dumb right now. Where's a severed... There it is. Chipped claw. You could use one of these. Put it on the shield. Not the shield. The mace. You see, that should give you some perspective on how well my brain is working right now. It's not. What else can I do? I don't think I've been having too much trouble. But ultimately, I do want to use a couple of boosts. Just because it's fun, more than anything. Slam. It's gonna do that much. Shield slam you. Wow. Okay. Elite him with his shield. And what we're going to be doing today is exploring Burwitch and trying to get the warden of stupidness, because he's stupid and mean, and he's probably behind all the dead bodies and stuff. So we gotta make him stop. Does he's contributing to the Grim Dawn? Probably. Portals taste like purple. This is expansion stuff. Last one, I think it's Forgotten Gods. Yeah. Ah! I will pound you! Whoa. Me and they may crush you. Oh no, it's a Fury. I hate these. Ugh. It's a bit of lag. Oh, by the way, this is Grim Dawn 64, or X64, or 64-bit. Not sure. I think it might run better, but it might not. I know it used to run better, but my PC has changed since then. Yeah, my knowledge of this game is all over the place. I don't know what is in or out of date. I need to change a button on one of the Minecrafts I play. Because M will cycle like your quest log for some reason instead of opening the map, and I need to swap those. Because this game does M for map, and all the other games do M for map, but that one doesn't. It's J. Why is it J? J is for journal, where your quests are supposed to be. Ugh. That doesn't throw. It's a version that throws up. No, they do throw. And throw up. You're still in order too. Guard on top of my guard. Yeah. It's like a triple layer shield. Or an over shielder. Ah! Ow! Hurt me through a wall. Ah. Yeah, you stop. There's some kind of process of bouncing against it. It's a slightly temperamental game. It'll hitch every now and again, but it doesn't really, like, break. Which is nice. Ah! There's the throw up. Disgusting. Here, have a stun. Ah, cool. I actually got to hear one of those things make their stun sound. I think the boss are totally like all dead. Man, that shield slam is good. It obviously will not spawn us. It will not stun bosses, but it's good for other stuff. Well, it's like boss tier 2 or 3? I don't remember. Ah! I have my pointy bludgeoning stick. I'll bludgeon you. It was made to sound more threatening. Not as excitable and bombastic as usual because, one, I'm tired due to dogs barking, and also I Still kind of recovering. Ugh. This sucks. I'll actually be on omeprazole for at least 6 weeks. But I'm feeling better than I used to, so small miracle. Smash! There's a graveyard smash. Ah! Overguard. Missed him. Silver class is just so good. Mostly because it can mesh with almost anything. It's a very good complementary class. In my mind, at least. I don't think it meshes terribly well with maybe Demolitionist. Because I like using Cadence, and the Demolitionist has Fire Strike and stuff. Oh, well, the Demolitionist actually meshes with most classes. Oh, I'm so glad I don't heal well. I might heal small amounts. Ow, quit it! I'm picking stuff up! Oh, I'm hiccuping too. Oh, that was gross. Wait, no, I thought I hiccup. Oh yeah, that was gross. I won't describe what just happened, because it was gross. Not like super gross, but just kind of like, ew. It's not even the funny thing either. Oh no, you need to stop that. Go ahead. Activate my adrenaline rush. I dare you. Oh. The Inquisitor gets a cool ability when they critically hit someone. They can it's like a passive where when they critically hit, they can get a damage boost to all damage for so many seconds. Awesome. And here's Will. I love the music in this game. His men here as well. Maybe because the music kind of reminds me of Diablo to some extent. Not much, mind you, just kind of, it's adjacent. I remember playing Dungeon Siege and having to deal with giant mosquitoes too. They made weird noises. And they had these frog thingies that could shoot quills at you. Dungeon Siege was a weird game. It's available on Steam, but they don't have Legends of Arana for some reason. I do know that you can restore the multiplayer of it, though, by booting it a specific way. I don't know if you can do that to System Shock that's on Steam, but if you get System Shock from Good Old Games, or System Shock 2, the multiplayer still works. I think you might have to machi it, though, or do a LAN party, but it does work. Which is awesome, by the way. I had no idea that a game like that was actually co-op capable. Here. Hello, Storm Matriarch. Thank you for freezing my game. Didn't even let me shield bash you. Don't breathe lightning crap at me. Man, no one's able to breathe something. I can just breathe air and exhale carbon dioxide. That's my special power. Of course, when I made that stupid sound, I just imagine that freaking SpongeBob thing that and it just stinks. That's what these guys are doing to me. more solid than that. Switch shotgun. Sometimes people have arguments about things that don't make sense, and they yell. I think this is normal human behavior, but I still don't like it. What is this? Fabric. Picking up fabric. Oh yeah, it's there. Don't you gurgle snarl at me. Hey, I can see you there. Ow! Stop freezing my game! Stop freezing me! Could increase the cunning or physique, because they're both good. I like being able to hit things and connect sometimes. Ah, do we need more health? I am the tank without the healer and the DPS. Ha ha ha! Fear me! Oh no! Everything's gonna take forever. Rudely interrupted by the gurgle snarler. Don't let people gurgle snarl at you, it's rude. And every time you let that happen, you're just reinforcing that behavior. What the hell am I talking about? Are there any normal creatures left in this place? Everything seems to be like predatory and horrible. Ah, not those! Squish. Boom! Okay. There's another cave. Might get a case of ass kick here, so put that in. Messy. Whoa! Shush! Shush! I don't know how well it gets on the recording or not. Well, that probably is. Jeez. Go. Oh, it's okay to them. That may have stopped. That's what I get to deal with. And Ratman. I can smash Ratman. You can't run outside with some kind of crazy mace of doom and just smash. Oh! Boss. Ow! Ow! Oh! Fight the will of men here! I've many potions to spare. Beatings! See, I can fly out of nowhere and smash you with this big shield thingy and mace, but I can't run outside and smash someone's dog. That'd be rude. Especially since it's not trying to maul me and make stuff. I was slightly worried. I thought I was gonna get a case of dead, but I didn't. No, you can't smash someone's dog with mace. It just doesn't work. No matter how tempting it is, you can't do it. Kind of wish that, you know, the owners would shush the dog and say that, oh, it's fine, he's just barking, you can ignore it. That's obnoxious. Stop. I like dogs. I really do. I just don't like noisy ones. Even talking to people too. The conduit. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Ooh, what's this? Alright. This. A rare success in the experimentation of arcane forging techniques. What does it usually do? Just atomize the sword? Or oh, whoa. So this is a two-handed sword of epic quality, which is blue. It boosts elemental damage and +2 to all skills and arcanist. So, with the elemental damage boost, if you make an arcanist with, I don't know, maybe some shaman thrown in, or soldier where you, point this out. If you're a soldier and you're using cadence, and you're also an arcanist, because arcanists have buffs and stuff, you can basically just pump all that into cadence and turn it to discord, which turns the physical damage into elemental damage, which is boosted by the sword. So all of a sudden, just wham, 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 and people are exploding into guts. So it says +2 to arcanist, but it's not an arcanist only thing. Sorry, I'm just being a spastic right now, as I'm trying to find lucidity in the recesses of my mind. Oh, it also has elemental blast. That's kind of cool. I hear a big sodding gun, some boots. None of that's too amazing. What else is around here? A junk pile. Give me that scrap. Actually, maybe below my window. Oh no! Quit it. More scrap. Gimme, 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 gimme. Mine. Shield slam is something I very much favor. That is not the balcony dog. That's someone else's dog, I believe. It's making a different sound. Or it's barked itself hoarse. A dog that loses its voice from barking. I know, that sounds mean too, but eh. It's not the meanest thing I could think of. Even mace smashing is not the meanest thing I could think of. But that doesn't mean I want to do mean things like that. I'll see what's left. Just because I said it, I actually want to do like something horrible. Not a bad person, I promise. Actually, some of these could have been better. Nope. Nope. Okay, never mind.
Iron well spent.
Check and see if a conduit is better, and also what the fabric is for. I've already talked to that guy. That always restores itself.
Okay, business.
It's a bad flag there somewhere. Let's see. There it is. Which way is better? That's a higher percentage. More spirit. Lower base elemental damage though. That one actually.
Keep an eye on this.
Oh, there's a quest up here. I'm sorry if I insulted you earlier. Your origins were just a bit startling. I hear that you I hear that you brave the dangers beyond Lower Crossing. I was wondering if you could help gather some materials. What do you need? Click. You see, I was a seamstress before the Grim Dawn. Nothing special, just made enough to get by. But now I see an opportunity to use my trade to make a difference around here. I would like to sew some new canopies, maybe some new clothes if there is enough fabric left. Alex and Jane deserve better than this. If you could please gather any fabric you find, people here would be grateful. The waterfront in Burwich would be a great place to start looking. I'll get the fabric. Da-da-da-da-da. Need one more. A little worn and stained, but otherwise in good condition. Yay.
Got something you need stashed?
It continues to beat within your bag with an eerie, steady rhythm. Thump. Does it have a tale to tell?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, who's messaging me?
See anything you like? Iron well spent.
Back to the beanie waterfront, where we will get soggy feet. And whatever that material is made of. Material, water, liquid. There we go. Whatever was in that water was something disgusting. What if it was like slip poison or something? Don't you shoot at me. Oi. There's a lot of them. Smash. That's what must be. Oh no. I hate these. Overguard. Ugh. These things are gross. Oh yes, we have a bunch of flesh and eyeballs. What do you stick them together? See what happens. Maybe electrocute them slightly. Okay. This is lizard eyes? I guess they might be. No. Ugh. Ah, we did it anyway! The stuff didn't work! What? I'm not doing anything. I'm about my own business. Don't you hobble march it for me. Whoa! Quit it! Hobble march. Hobble sprint. I don't know! What are you doing? Get over here. Come over and take your lumps. Oh! Ooh. Oh, it's marked the map. How helpful. Hey, buddy, there's a wall in the way. Did you know that? Huh? Did you know? Oh, you're resurrecting things. Quit that. Get over here. There. Do not like. I wonder if Stalker Anomaly's got a lot of updates that I missed out on. I need to play more of that. I just ran into like a super janky section and kind of it really turned me off. I just felt more interested in waiting to have more content in a place where there is not enough content. It makes sense if you think about it. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Smash! Shield bash is so awesome. That's out of the middle. It's much quieter. Headphones, so I can hear like everything, which is really, really nice. There has been an occasion where someone has tried to very, very quietly open the door at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was able to hear it. I was like, I think someone's trying to open my door, and all of a sudden I heard the stairwell door slam seconds later. Because the person heard me announce it, so they bolted. Which is fine with me, because if someone was trying to slowly open my door and then I open my door to say, like, hey, what are you doing? That's probably not someone that I want to open my door to. Lore, literature, reading. I love this. After I feed my crippling addiction to organization. Have a master's lock. Another boat arrived filled with hooded prisoners, dozens of them. As usual, a wagon was waiting for them, but from what I hear, it doesn't take them far. Well, the loading boys came back from Burwich after visiting their new doctor, and he said the wagon stopped just outside the warden's mansion. The lad asked about the prisoners, and no one of the handlers said, yeah. The lad asked about the prisoners, and one of the handlers said rehabilitation. Not sure what to make of that. There have been over a dozen of these prisoner transports in as many weeks. I just don't see how they fit them all in that mansion. I don't care how big the place may be, Krieg won't be keeping a prison's worth of no-good thieves under his roof. Something peculiar is going on there, and it don't settle right in my stomach. Might as well have to send word up the lake to Malmouth to get one of them inquisitors down here to look into this curiosity. Can't say I want one of them inquisitors poking around here much either, though. Make a man uneasy. I did not know how to read the way the guy wrote. Again, I like reading. Just reading aloud is difficult for me. Because I'm stupid. Ow. Ah! Go away, damage fields. Damage field, go away! No! Ow!
Skill's not ready.
I get stunned by something. Quit it. Oh, no. You! It's you that's making them, isn't it? Who's doing it? One of you. Ow! Is it you? Overguard! No, it's you! Ow! Quit stunning me! I can't see anything! Ow! Get out of there! I can't see you with all the loot in the way! Stop making me fungal attacks! I said fungal. I meant fumble. Gimme. Okay. Yeah. What was that? Oh, it was a loot orb. Oh, there's so much stuff. Mark of tree. Ah! Lingering vital energy that can be absorbed to restore lost constitution. Final march. Stuff here. Everlasting ember from burnt down home. Yay. Wait, doesn't that mean you can just endlessly start fires if it's everlasting? It's disturbing. A gem, polished to perfection. Sparks of energy jump across its surface. You know, you shouldn't be just handling this thing then. It can electrocute you. It's going. You'd be like, let me pick the. I mean, come on. A patch of fur from an unnatural beast. Steel is infused with a chilling winter wind. Infused a sacrilegious flame. Words of power from an ancient language that cannot be spoken by mortal men. Unless you cut your tongue in half, huh? An inscription of a lidless eye dripping tears of vitriolic blood. That's intrigue for you. Plating from Armor that's seen better days. Yeah, it looks like it's mostly rust. These rare and potent stones still echo with the thunder of the storm that birthed them. I imagine lightning struck the ground and it made it magic, but that made it sound like you hear thunder or whatever, and all of a sudden, because rocks are falling from the sky. Electric rocks. That would be unbelievably scary. I think about it. It's not hail, it's rocks. Or they are rocks. It's not hail, it's rocks. It is rocks? It is stone? Hmm. I may have scored into calculus, but grammar was always my weakest subject. Ugh, that is a nasty scythe. Holy crap. Armor, but I'm gonna eventually have to update my stuff. It's gonna lower attack speed. But look at them resistances. Ooh. Yeah, sure, why not? Those are gloves. I thought that was a belt for some reason. Panettie's replicating missile in early game, or the early days of this one was early access. Early. That was a great way to lag your game, and also not do very much damage. I still dislike it because it just makes a mess of the screen. Projectiles bouncing around everywhere, and they basically shoot like a little magic bolt thingy, and when it hits, it splits. So it makes this big mess all over the screen because they can sometimes split multiple times. Or just doesn't really do much either. I don't know if it does a lot now, but back in the day it was annoying.
Put it to good use.
I picked up the last bit of fabric so we can go turn that in.
Safe storage, no questions.
My ability to concentrate has been destroyed.
It's safe with me, promise.
No. Did you find some fabric? Yes, here it is. That wasn't just some, holy moly. And as this person did get a tarp. This place is depressing. Great. This is more than enough to clean this place up a bit. Clean it up? You're making like tarps and stuff. You're not. It's not like for scrubbing, right? I'm confused. Should also have some left over to make some new clothes. Many people here are wearing nothing but rags. Oh, and please take this jacket. I've been working on these for Briggs and the other guards, but I think you've earned the first one. The Fortified Doublet. Can I upgrade it to the Fortified Triplet? Miss Constance says you're okay to talk to now. Hi! Hello. Miss Constance is making new clothes for everyone. Glad to hear it. I'm sorry I misjudged you. You do so much to keep us all safe. Just doing my part. This jacket is also very good. Shh. I really hope you can't hear that as much as I can. I always worry about that. I like it. 80%. 1% over maximum. I like it. From a distance, it kind of looked like I had a funny jacket and jeans and like high cowboy boots.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left. I ain't well
I'm here to
spent.
kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. I don't know. Again, you can use an illusionist to make your stuff look cool if you want. Early on, however, it's just you're going to be using up your monies. Then again, a slight adjustment might make it look better. It's kind of up to people. It cost me 420 bits. There you go. Those blue pants! They look like jeans. I don't like it. There we go. That's better. And like 70s mustache or something. Big freaking shades. The ones I'm talking about, the ones with the like the plastic rim, look huge. Not aviators, of course. Those are different. No healing off me. Quit it. It's my vitality, not yours. Is that a shrine? I can use that. Even more tanking. Tanky McSpanking. Who said that? I wonder if that's an actual designation though. Tanky McSpanky. Or Spank Tank. Oh wait, that's basically a bruiser, isn't it? In some MOBA games, there's a classification of hero. Like you have your tank, you have your DPS, you have your ranged DPS or whatever, and you have your healer. Sometimes you have supports that don't really fill the role for healer, but they do all kinds of stuff. It's generally just annoying and helpful. Bruiser is kind of in between. It's kind of like a tank, but not really. Where they have good survivability, and they do a bit more damage, but they're not as robust as a tank. Quit making the fart clouds everywhere! Keep your poots to yourself. Stop it! Frickin' poop dispenser. Ugh. Quit bludgeoning me! Ah, poop dispenser! Poop dispenser here. Ugh. Go be forsaken somewhere. Did you just for Cosmodon at me? Ah! Pooted over his own corpse. Stitches want to play. He has a stinky spirit. Referencing Heroes of Storm. You can always say that's an inferior MOBA, but I still have fun playing it, so nah. Baby carriage. Hey, remember Fallout 3 where they had the baby carriages that would go boom if you walk near them? Desecrated shrine. The shrine has been corrupted and needs to be cleansed. Do you summon what is trapped within? Yes, scary shrine, I shall. I know I wasted that shield and slam. Shush! I did it because I wanted to. Overguard! Ugh. I'll take all your lumps. Ugh. It's kind of weird not having to run away nearly as much as I usually do. The Heretic's Tome. I thought it was Madness for a second. That's a different blue item. That's a tome as well. That is a tome. However, Hmm. Well, when this activates, it should activate, right? Oh, wait. It's tied to Presence of Virtue. Perfect. Yes. Oh, we're supposed to go here, too. Mine. Just clear out the area. Mr. Stares down, the inventor's apprentice. Glanced away for a second, I glanced back, and I lost track of the body, so I saw it flopping around, and I thought something else got up and started walking towards me. Wait, vey. Maybe I should just send... If the sound of those dogs is working, actually, when it's on the recording line, I should just send them a video thing. Hey, check this out. I know you're sitting right next to it, but this is just a further point. It wouldn't accomplish anything. If anything, would just start an argument and they become obstinate and do more. To people. Really angry with their son. At least no one's playing music underneath my window really loudly. I'd actually have to pause the stream because I'd probably get a copyright strike. Sometimes people just sit in their car and jack their music up all the way and leave their windows open, so you just hear it completely. Boom! Ah! Fury! Kill it! I don't care if they're not as dangerous as they used to be. I'm still scared of them. They're gross looking. I haven't seen an Aether Fiend yet. Let's put it in cutting this time. So there's their shield, I'll tell you what. It is an Oathkeeper level. We're gonna do this. Can upgrade that. What's it do? Turbo Trouble Bling! Increases energy regeneration, but that's not really a thing that I use. Increase the chance for that to be used. Which would be lovely. What's this? Cool. Let's make that better. Make that better too. Because why not? Yoink. Yoink. Ugh. Why'd you stop attacking? Slash them. Bash them. Wait, no, the thing is pointy things. You can slash them. Oh, she's in a ring assault. Or E. You can tell from this perspective. Ah, yes, I remember this one here. I got distracted, but I didn't forget. A meal? What are you doing here? Well, there's a bunch of papers. I I wish I could read those papers to figure out what you're doing. Are you... But that was a... Was that caved in? How'd you get in there? Ugh. Oh, hello, Blood Carver. Heartseeker. That's a Nightblade ability. By the way, if I'm wrong and I miss... and I'm incorrectly identifying abilities, you can feel free to correct me. Like, oh yes, this is actually a soldier ability. Like, oh, okay. Then I will try to remember it properly after then. Or after that point. I am smashing those because sometimes they drop books, and I like books. Or slips of paper. I don't think these can be destroyed. No, they can't. I'm not sure why, they just can't. I can't believe somebody found me out here. I came down to the cellar looking for supplies, but got cut off from the surface by the dead. I don't know what to do. Kasparov sent me. I can open a rift gate for you to get you to safety. You can do that? I can't say that raises my confidence in you, but then again, I don't like the alternatives either. Portal away. Safe journey. Again, your portals, red. Aether portals, bluey green. Safe portals, purple. Why? Thanks for the timely rescue. Kasparov spared no time in putting me back to work, so I'm here for all your schematic needs. Just ask. You're welcome and thanks. So, you can salvage things. The salvage chamber is used to strip component parts and augments from items. Unfortunately, the process is imperfect and always results in the destruction of either item or component part. But you can choose which one to salvage and which to sacrifice. If you salvage an item, any augment applied will be removed. If a soulbound augment was removed this way, then the item that was not originally soulbound, the soulbound status will be removed as well. The dismantling chamber is used to break down powerful magical items into their basic parts. The inventor has not yet learned this ability. Transmute. The transmutation chamber is used to turn powerful items that belong into a set into other parts of the same set, or new set pieces entirely. The inventor has not yet learned this ability either. I don't know what transmute is. I haven't played with that. Dismantle uses dynamite. You will take a blue item, you'll throw it in there, and you'll put it. Basically, you'll use a piece of dynamite and you'll get augments out of it. At least that's the way that it worked when I last used it. I don't know if they've changed.
Bring me back something interesting.
Oh, we need to talk to Kasparov.
You're back. Is there anything I can help you with?
Can you provide me with inventor services?
Oh, that poultry stuff? Busy work. Speak with my apprentice. She handles the menial.
Ah, yes, inventing things. That's poultry work. I'm doing reading. Or I'm standing here. Banana. Don't ask where I got that from. I have no clue. It's just something I say. Banana.
Iron well spent.
I feel like half these weapons you wouldn't even want to touch unless you're this weirdo plot character. Canon heroes, I don't know. I wonder who the canon hero is for this game, actually. That's a 27%. But I just realized that it's a somewhat low-level item. So the percentage is less important than just like a 1 or 2 point damage variation. Yeah, I do have it here. Dementia. Where's Madness? Madness is a weapon, isn't it? Vitality. Ugh. Maleficus. Is that it? No. This is the dead beater. That's funny. Willie's razor. There it is. That's madness. Okay. Man, it was driving me crazy. Which one of these is more interesting? That one does have some good stuff. The cooldown reduction is not as good, but Soleil's Witchfire is important.
Safe with me.
Odds are if you have Soleil's Witchfire, you're probably doing an attacky build, so you might not be using abilities as much.
You see anything
Keyword
you like?
might.
See you around.
Soleil's Witchfire is kind of like a weapon buff. It boosts your damage and your attack speed, and later it does like vitality damage and stuff with other pins. It's different than the Arcanist buff. The Arcanist buff makes it do like elemental damage, it can do mana leech and all kinds of things like that. But it doesn't affect just you, it affects everyone else. Your allies, not the enemies as well. Which includes pets and other players. And also NPCs too. Like friendly NPCs. Let's see here. I believe the Demolitionist also has an ability that's very similar, but increases physical damage, and I want to say fire damage. Then it's internal trauma and adds armor with later dots. I don't know who else has buffs that might affect other people, but those are the two that I know off the top of my head. At least it's not as hot as it was yesterday. Blech. I'm one of those weird people that likes to sit here with a blanket around me because it's comfortable. Not because it's warm, it's just because it's comfortable. And when it's too hot, I can't do that. And then when it gets way too hot, I have to take my shirt off. And my back sticks to my chair. It's gross. Where am I? Okay, I'm not that far off. Alright. Stop throwing crap at me. It better not be little crap, too. I'll murder you for that. Like, extra. Seriously, if someone's throwing like poop at me, I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably go crazy. This is disgusting. That would be not cool. Much higher retaliation damage. There we go. Oh, the only thing that my camera's covering up, by the way, is just this little thingy that says I'm on better difficulty. It's up at the top near the corner. Yeah, you quit. It means the game is slightly more difficult. If you die, things get more health back. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure why I played it on that. It's not like, oh yes, prestige the challenge. I just because normal was too easy. Unholy inscription. Oddly enough, you don't burn the unholy inscription. I find you through the wall. You don't burn it or do something to make it go away, because unholy usually means bad. No. Instead, you're like, I'm gonna stick this on my hands and punch people with the unholiness. I guess in this universe, anything can be a weapon. Have I seen holy or sacred items? Oh, I've seen some. Sometimes there can be rubble here, but there isn't rubble there in this. There are little changes to the map, depending on what character is active, I guess. I think basically when you make your character, it kind of defines the map. I don't think it changes like if you were to reload the level. I'm hearing whispering. Better not be creepy and whispery. This place used to be a nice town, huh? Yeah, spiders. Get 'em! Evade my overguard. I can see a destructible wall there. Don't you summon little spideries to bite me. I don't like that. Shoot spikes along the ground. I don't like that either. Fight me like a man. Like you fought Gutworm? Shush! He was too big. He's out of my weight class. I had to do other things. Reaping Strike is a necromancer ability. It's kind of like it's like one of these where if you're attacking with a default weapon attack, or say Fire Strike, or anything that says it's yeah, when used as your default weapon attack. So Cadence can activate them. Fire Strike can if you're a Demolitionist, and I think a few others can. Does this count as a default weapon attack? I think Righteous Fervor counts as well, but I do not know. When used as your default weapon attack, okay, it's just not highlighted text. I don't do that much elemental damage. I don't think I do that much pierce damage either. With the exception of the gun. Something one. It is a one. I think that the benefit is actually quite good, so I'll keep it like that. I'd like to increase my melee resist, honestly. But poison and acid resist is probably one of the more common ones. That and fire. Is that an RPG staple? Fire and poison are common. The game doesn't like to use poison, then cold is the second most common. Like you'll have the level where everything can poison you, then you'll have the level where everything is on fire, then you'll have the level where maybe it's cold. Or it'll be a puzzle level, like a maze or something like that. But that can also be the poison level. Yes! Fight! Fight me! Barrier! Ha 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 ha! Excuse me, I'm busy picking things up. How dare you? I could get up to that, because then every third attack it just goes whoosh. Oh wait, no. Oh yes, 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 yes. Because that also means if I'm shooting someone with a gun, it goes through things. Oh, it turns the last attack of cadence into a buff. I like that. Water is delicious, by the way. I don't know why I got it. It's probably because the other bottles in this size were sold out. But I have alkaline water. I don't know what it does, and if it's going to make my butt fall off. But I'm drinking it. It is a bit different than regular water, but not that much. You'd just think that if it came out of the faucet, like, I wonder if there's extra bubbles in it today or something. Shut up, it makes sense. Bubbles give water a feel to it. It's kind of like when it's about to rain. You think you can smell it, but it's really just the moisture collecting on the interior of your nose. Well, personally, I just say that basically has a smell on that premise, but if we go with reality... Stop missing! Stop fumbling! You farter! Why? Quit being a farter! Ugh. I will bludgeon you. Drop melody too. Is Melody the stinky sword? No, it's a stinky crossbow. Blood of Dree gives an occultist ability. It heals you, I think it heals the allies, and gives them acid retaliation damage as a buff for a few seconds. Was that the boosted? The second time. It has like 2 tiers that are linked to each other, and I think one does regeneration. Either way, easy good whip. Especially if you're an occultist teaming up with a with someone who's a frontliner, or if you're a frontliner. Then again, ranged weapons, those kind of. I don't think it messes up things too much. Like, oh no, you're. Sorry, that was a hiccup. Oh no, you're using a ranged weapon in melee combat. You're gonna die. I don't think it's that bad, but I do think that it messes with your This is with how many targets you can hit at once. Because a lot of melee attacks, if you get the boosts for them, whatever, they can sweep multiple targets. I don't think there are very many default ranged weapon attacks that hit multiple targets. Until you're high up in the demolitionist table. Because their fire strike, it starts exploding. But also, it works with melee attacks. Fire strike is actually a very, very good default weapon attack. You can shoot. You're in a wooden house and you're not even setting it on fire. Look at that. I'm actually kind of glad you're not setting it on fire, because I don't want to run through fire. Thank you for being considerate. I'm going to be dead, but they don't want to commit property damage. You also don't want to loot anything either. I'm fine with this. Ah! Stupid thing. If we go directly up along this route, hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you can see the mouse pointer. That leads to the warden's house. We're not going there yet because, like any adventure game or RPG or whatever, any game, you want to explore and pick up all the things and fight the Muntmers. Because you can be greedy. Get all the loot! Raw! Plus, wouldn't you want all the zombies and stuff to go away? Because they're icky and they make people dead and they stink and get back here! I mean, who wouldn't want to get rid of all those flying eyeballs that shoot lightning with fire? Lots of it.
Come see what's left of my wares.
No. Maybe. No. That's health drain. No.
I will spec.
Safe storage, no questions asked.
That's it. Crap, they're both like equally good and bad at the same time. That slows down targets more, so I want this one instead.
Pay for me. Promise.
I wonder if that carries over the explosion damage too. So if you fire with the fire strike for the demolitionist and it hits multiple targets, does it apply this slow onto everyone as well?
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
I've seen things that do percent weapon damage. I wonder if that does a percent of the slow percentage. Pretty weird. Eh. I don't think you want to wander around. There's an NPC in there. I don't think you want to wander around the desert with metal basically touching your skin without a shirt. I mean, you're gonna get like a super sunburn, man. Probably like polish your chest with oil and stuff so it's super shiny and that reduces the sunburn you get. It makes it worse. People saying that you get like a mega bad sunburn here. Supposedly based on how the light refracts off the water. I don't know how true it is, but I remember people talking about it. Let's go talk to someone who's been around lots and lots of dead people locked in a room. Oh, look, there's a dolly on a chair. Is that it? I'm assuming that's a doll. Wow, dude, you're rocking a hobo. It's awesome, man. You've been drinking a lot, too. Harvey the Drifter. You broke my door! Oh no, the rotten walkers are gonna hear you. They're gonna find little Walter and me. Wait, are you rotten? No, you couldn't find us if you were. I would never think to look here. You're from Burwich? Have you been here the whole time? Yes. I knew they were coming, the rotted ones. I knew it. I tried to warn everyone, warn my family, but they'll call me crazy. I wanted to save them, but I just couldn't stay here. Don't you see? I had no choice. I had to hide. After the rotted ones killed everyone in town, everyone but little Walter and I came back. It's clever, don't you see? They're in the swamp now. They never think to look into town again. They're all over the town! Do you know where the one called the Warden is? No, not that one. Lives up the road on the hill. In the evil house where people scream. Always screaming. I always knew there was something off about him. People said I was crazy. But who's crazy now? It's actually helpful, thanks. You don't have to worry about the rotted ones anymore. I'm here to purge them. What? No. No, if you kill, they'll come back. They'll search for the living and they'll find Harvey and little Walter. We're safe here. They'll never look. You'll ruin everything. After I slay the Warden, you won't need to hide. You'll be safe. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Too risky. I can't let you leave here alive. Never mind, I'm sorry. Fine, I can purge you too while I'm at it. Never mind, I'm sorry. Oh, never mind, I'll just smash you then. Bye. I was just wondering, like, I stand by what I said. Not, I'm going to give you dick answer or answer. Slith. No! Stop firing those! You! Over here now! I hate that retaliation thing. It's a snoo. It's better than what the Aether crystals used to do. They used to reflect about, I want to say, like 90 or nearly 100% of the damage that you did to them, including status effects. So if you hit them really, really hard, you just die. Even if they're low level, you just BLAM! I was never killed by them while I was playing, but nearly. Then they turned it down and they made it so they couldn't reflect certain status effects. Because you'd cast like Bloody Pox on it, and they would hit you and it'd bounce off your minions. It was not good. Whoa! I should be nowhere near this. When the Tiberium starts to do that, it's time to leave. The Ethereals have barred the way to the north from Burwich, likely to stop anyone from attempting to flee the carnage. It would take some kind of powerful arcana to spell. Okay. Level 37, huh? You know, you could still probably climb that. You just take off your coat and throw it over the planks of wood, you know, the pointy chunks of wood, and then hoist yourself over. It's how people climb fences with barbed wire over the top. I mean, granted, those wooden spikes are kind of bigger and somewhat pointy, but still. I guess if you had a hand axe, you could just chop your way through it, because it's wood, man. It's wood. So you don't have to go near the crystal thingy. By the way, that wasn't there in the early access. That is DLC content. This used to not be blocked. This used to be a bridge that you could just walk out on, and there was nothing there. I think. fun and ridiculous things that you can do with this is, if you're an occultist and you have bloody pox, when you see a group of people like that, you just cast it on them and walk away and laugh. Because it'll just propagate between them and they'll all go and die. Now it's time for a secret. Would you look at that? Who's messaging me? Bum, 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 bum. Brutal. And I'm critical with stacks more often. Yay! But they do less damage. Sure. Slith! Ah, Slith! Be smoted! Ah! Who's giving them those buffs? You stop. I can't remember that water shield does more than just make you slow when they hit you. Smack there. World of Horror hasn't gotten an update for a while. Disappointed. A lot more weird stuff. I feel like Slith are more cannon foddery than the zombies. I think I know why these guys do so much damage now. They probably do piercing. Certain weapons, let's see here. They have just armor piercing on them, like 18% armor piercing. So I wonder if the things that flick spines and stuff at you and the rats may actually have armor piercing percentages on them. So it means they hurt really, really bad. Not really bad, but you mean. That bone flower blade. Blood claw. Go ahead, make my day. Shoot blood at me. Where's that blood coming from? Are you summoning it? Is it yours? You should really stop doing that. You're gonna sanguinate yourself. Is that the right term? I think it is. I used it. Ah! No, we'll not use this sword button. I hate it. It's evil. Rickety letter. Why is it doing the freaky thing? I don't like it when it freezes. Stop it. Don't freeze me! I already I don't even frozen, freeze. My stuff, mine. I want to pick up the things in the house, but You keep conga lining at me. Quit it! If I have to, I will take every single one of you down. Bro. As far as I know, I've never gotten a plan to make these. I've only found them. Ah! Rudeness incarnate. Shield you. Oh my goodness! All these things throwing stuff at you. And this. Because it's boosting them. See that swirly green thing around them? Ah! Those overseers can not only spawn things, they can also give him a buff. And I don't like it. Defensive ability is decent, so I'm probably not getting crit as much as someone else would be, or another character. But I don't think my defensive ability is that high.
See anything you like?
Your chest armor. That was caster armor for a second. Ugh, my throat is dry today. It's gross. I don't think I want to drop the elemental resist, or the resist.
See you around.
Because you don't have to buy a buttload of scrolls of town portal. Those could take up inventory slots. That's never a thing in this game. That was Diablo. You get scrolls that took up one inventory slot, and using the portal to go back, and you could use it to get to town and then back. Theoretically, there are ways to cheese it and get multiple uses. But generally, they weren't worth it to some extent. I mean, you could pop the portal and then you could have an ally run through it, especially if they were killed or whatever, so they could get their corpse back and add their inventory and stuff on it. Because when you died in Diablo, everything you were wearing, and I think the stuff in your inventory too, will drop on the ground. Well, drop on the ground, but be on your character's corpse. So the run back would be without equipment unless you bought or picked up some along the way. So it was beneficial to have I want you to say your cool line. Yeah, so basically when you died in Diablo 2, and I think even the first Diablo, you would lose all your equipment. It wouldn't like vanish, but it would be on the point in which you died, which is your corpse. That's where the corpse one came in if you've ever heard the term. in order to get it, you'd have to run back, and either with no equipment or whatever you could buy or what was in your stash. Which could be a bit tricky if you're playing by yourself. If there's another player, they can run over to the area, clear it out, and open a portal so you can just run through it. And that would not shut the portal. The portal only shuts if the creator of it goes through it from town. Basically, the return trip is what shuts it. It's a soldier level, so we're increasing physique. So that's what I mean by town portals and trickiness and stuff. They take up one inventory slot per scroll until you got a tome that could store X amount of them, and they only took up 2 inventory slots, so they were kind of a common, desirable item. They weren't that expensive, though. Also, magic items were not identified automatically. You had to find them. Increase that one next level too. And some more health restoration that we have from that, the better. In this area, there used to be chests galore, but they were removed. Just like this. I don't think they're all exalted, but they were all shiny. The only quote-unquote obnoxious thing that happens in this when you die is all your buffs are shut off, so you have to reapply them. And if you forget, it can be kind of problematic. Dying in World of Warcraft is actually more punishing than it is in Dawn. Slime bolter! Slime ball. Here the sticky projectile of disease and slime, immobilizing and slowing your enemies. It's also really poisonous and acidic. Gross. Ring of Steel. That's kind of cool. Smashing. He's Wally. These reanimators have a specific voice line, and they never use it. Well, it's a death line today. Very disappointing. Why is this place a thing? Hallowed Hill. Ain't no hallowed anymore. These zombies here are still gooey if they've been buried. Look at that. Ah! I was trying to find the shimmer, and I did. Is that shimmering again? Yeah, so this is an area over here. And, oh, I missed that. I'm gonna have to go check that out. There are many secret places in the world of Cairn. Look closely and you'll find hidden treasures. Or just play the game a lot and remember where they are. No, looking closely is probably a better idea. Within reason. You don't spend like 20 minutes looking around and finding nothing. Did I ever open that? I did. These shimmer once the level's reloaded again. Kind of bugs me. Makes me think that there's something there when there isn't. Bloodburst. That is an occultist ability. Kind of see a line there. Going down the bridge, going down the bridge. Oh, that was delayed. I don't think anyone got that reference. Just leaves the upper area. Good. No, Baron Herx was Barony. Was it Herx? I think it was. This is a dungeon crawly game. Barony. Roguelike. Or roguelite? No, it's roguelike. Because if you die, you don't carry over stuff to other things. Well, there are some roguelite things where if you beat the game with X class, it'll become usable for the other races. Because there are racial classes in that. I can go on and on about Barony, but I'm not gonna. Because I don't remember it clearly enough to do that accurately by any scope of the imagination. But it's fun. The system breaks down after a bit, though, which is disappointing. Like, you could be at max skill or something like that, and sometimes it feels like you're falling short against things. And you be a grandmaster of swordsman, and then you can get completely floored by something with a sword. It's like, well, why did they hit me harder? I have the good sword and the good skill. Why are they just better? I feel like the cap for skills should have increased with some of the expansions. Ooh. An eyeball. Ow! I know who did that. It's this one over here. It's an overmind. No lightning me. Ow. Go on if you think you're hard enough. Oh no, you're next. Oh! I'm the one that stands atop the pyramid, or at the bottom of the stairs. Shut up! Ugh. I'm gonna take care of all of you now, so I can be completely uninterrupted. There are coffins everywhere, by the way. Coffee! Wheezing! People have to get that reference. That's not that old, right? Right? This gives... Okay, it's Arcanists, which is what distortion is. So you can ignore that. because it adds to stun jacks and lightning tether. Stun jacks is for the demolitionist, where you throw like these little jacks. You ever the ball jacks where you bounce a ball, and while it's in the air, you try and pick up as many jacks as possible, and then catch it, and not let it touch the ground or something like that. I think that's what it was. Basic hand-eye coordination game. Very old. People probably don't play it anymore, honestly. You can still find them at the dollar store, but it's all plastic. Anyway, lightning tether is also a Inquisitor ability. It's kind of a cool one, actually. I can't remember exactly what it does, but basically you either you tether yourself to an enemy or you tether an enemy to another one, and there's this lightning that goes between the two and it can fry things in between it. It's actually fairly damaging too. And then Distortion, I think, is a protective ability for the Arcanist. But anyway, the Stun Jacks and the Lightning Tether are inherent to the eye. Those will always be part of it. Adds an extra projectile to it, so it's like you throw more jacks, and also it adds more electrocute damage to it. A lot of electrocute damage, in fact. I've finally arrived in Burwich after passing through the dismal area known as Whitemire. For years, tales of supernatural occurrences have circulated about Whitemire, and indeed the name itself makes one uneasy. I haven't put much stock in them, but my recent experiences lend some credence to the old tales. Nevertheless, I've reached my destination, and it seems the Warden of Devil's Crossing, who resides in Burwich, somehow anticipated my arrival. A footman greeted me as soon as I entered the town, and insisted I accept Krieg's invitation to be put up at his manor. I find this very peculiar, but I have to accept his offer, as it may be my best chance to investigate the manor itself. I'm going to make this entry short, as I've just been summoned to join Krieg for supper in the dinner hall. This should prove illuminating. I've been a guest to Warden Krieg at this manor for over a week now, and my suspicions that something terrible is going on here grow with each day, not H. Every day I set out to some destination in or around Burwich to investigate yet another unusual crime or ominous rumor. Some are easily dismissed as more mundane human crimes or merely fantastic tales, but some of my investigations have come to darker conclusions. I feel there is a pattern emerging here, but I cannot yet put the pieces together. These are peripheral cases, though, and the main purpose of my involvement in them is to give pretense for my prolonged stay in Burwich. Krieg himself has become the focus of my primary investigation. Despite an overwhelming conviction that Krieg is not what he appears to be, and is almost certainly involved in some unnatural activity, I have found no irrefutable evidence of wrongdoing that could be used to open an official inquisition. Much of the matter itself is closed off to me. There are rooms upstairs from which Krieg and other visitors come and go, but I'm not permitted to enter. Stranger yet, I've awoken in the night to sounds of creaking wagons moving along a road. When I've looked at my window upon the village, I've seen nothing. Where are these sounds coming from? The game of cat and mouse continues, but as of yet, I am not certain who is the cat and who is the mouse. They're both cats, but one's a bigger cat. And it has Tiberium in it. Better run, normal cat. Run for your life. Inquisitor cat. Ooh. What the hell is this? This place is nasty. Sorry, I was just imagining a cat with an Inquisitor's hat. I've taken possession of my aligned vessel, the local prison warden. I appeared to him in his bedchamber and proposed the joining. I had anticipated fear and skepticism, but these humans are apparently all too ready to enter into any pact they believe will profit them. Krieg is not a particularly strong-willed human, but he's persistent and constantly scratches at my consciousness. I have him under control, though. Krieg's position as an incarcerator of other humans will greatly facilitate our efforts. His expansive dwelling has a massive cellar that I believe we can fashion into an underground transit to conceal our activities and to transport the bodies. There is much great work ahead, and to prepare for a glorious dawn. But I rather enjoy this physical body. It has many advantages. He's been possessed by an ethereal spirit. Dun dun. Metaphorical cookie to anyone who guessed that. If you already knew it, you don't count. I already knew it, so I don't count either. No metaphorical cookie for me. And here's a wooden door that leads to, not the desert, but the Warden Center. This is a big area. Long story short. And it's an area that we'll actually be handling in the next stream.
See anything you
Mostly
like?
because I am kind of tired and spacey. And that's just not good. That's just not good. Excuse me, that was gross. Not the same level of grossness as the first one or the second one, but still it wasn't very pleasant.
Got some.
At least it hasn't expanded into full-blown hiccups, because my hiccups are bad. They hurt. You know the people, the loud ones that go and it hits their entire chest? I got those. Ooh, they are not friendly. By the way, if you have dual wielding, the bonuses to Bloodburst stack. Just so you know. 39. Okay, so that's a good one. Less spirit, but bonus of poison damage and stuff. If you're doing a stinky build, it is good. Where's story? Oh! Inquisitors. Oh, that's a way better one. It adds 2 more to lightning tether, so it's +4 instead of +2. That's nasty. I forgot to stack my other stuff because I am a
good use.
dog. Me, dummy.
Okay, keep an eye on this.
Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you're having a good night, noon, morning thing. Also, hopefully you had a good Mother's Day. Oh yeah, and hopefully you're staying safe out there. Anyway. Goodbye.